This is Coffee with God, and I am Father Jose. Let us begin this day with the Word of God and a short reflection.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 11, verses 20 to 24. The passage is taken from the Message version of the Bible. Next, Jesus unleashed on the city where he had worked the hardest but whose people had responded the least, shrugging their shoulders and going their own way. Doom to you, Chorazin! Doom, Bethsaida! If Tyre and Sidon had seen half of the powerful miracles you have seen, they would have been on their knees in a minute. At Judgment Day, they will get off easy compared to you. And Capernaum, with all your peacock strutting, you are going to end up in the abyss. If the people of Sodom had had your chances, the city would still be around. At Judgment Day, they will get off easy compared to you. The Gospel of the Lord.
Miracles are for change. There is no doubt that God performs miracles in our lives. Our life is a miracle of God, every moment of it. Yes, absolutely. It's more important to determine how we respond to God's miracles. Throughout the Gospels, Jesus performed signs and wonders for a purpose, eliciting a response from the people, a change of behaviour, or a conversion of hearts. Whenever Jesus heals lepers or paralyzed people, he says, "Don't sin again." He never worked miracles to impress others, but only to convert hearts back to God. Even in the Old Testament, God performed signs and wonders to arouse Israel's faith and trust. However, Israel's people and Jesus' listeners became accustomed to these signs, losing sight of their purpose. As a result, today in the Gospel we hear Jesus calls on people to pay attention to God's message, change their behaviour and return to God. Jesus seems frustrated over the time and energy he invested on them going to waste, just as a gardener gets frustrated when his fig tree fails to bear fruit. We read in Luke chapter 13, verses 6 to 9. Jesus' words were intended to shock his hearers and encourage their conversion. As Matthew wrote in his Gospel, he kept in mind those synagogues of Antioch that had rejected the Christian message. By using the words of Jesus, he encourages his community members to persevere in faith and discourages laxity or negligence. In light of this, we ask ourselves, what about us? Through how many channels and people has God provided me with opportunities, invitations to grow, to change, to convert? How much responsibility do I take on? Do I listen? Am I like those cities of Chorazin, Bethsaida, and Capernaum, stiff-necked and cold-hearted? When we refuse to accept that we are sinners, we refuse to regret, convert, change, or grow. This is the worst attitude we can hold on to. There is no sin, however serious it may be, which God cannot forgive. The Word of God invites us to pay attention to his voices and signs and amend our ways to move closer to him.